August 7th, also on that day, the big one, the one that would win Best Picture for this year, Unforgiven.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
No one saw it
movie.
coming. No one saw it coming. It is a good movie. It's obviously not the best movie that year, but it is a good movie, and it's clearly, it was the great surprise of the summer. They talk about the October surprise. That was the August surprise. It was Unforgiven. That came out of nowhere. It's funny. I watched it like 3 years ago on cable. I saw like the second half of it, and the shot that I always remember is when late in the film, when the woman comes up upon Clint Eastwood and the Cisco kid, and she tells him what little Bill did to Morgan Freeman, and there's that shot of Clint Eastwood grabbing the bottle of liquor and taking his first drink in years, and he's getting mad and he's going to go back and like kill everyone, and I vividly remember to this day the chill that went through the audience in the theater. That like, oh, Clint Eastwood like getting mad, and just from that shot of him taking that first sip of booze, and that's just, it's just an iconic image from that movie. I always remember that shot of Clint Eastwood taking a bottle of booze and like getting all liquored up to go into the final showdown. And it's
I remember seeing the movie, and after reading, I think I read the Variety review. I kind of discounted all Clint Eastwood for a little while there, but this review made me excited about it, and I was definitely blown away by the movie. I still think it's the best movie of 1992. One of the few times that I agree with the Academy. I think it's one of the great westerns. It's got a literary quality that I find impressive, and I'm still affected by it even today.
Without going into digression, I will say I admire Unforgiven a lot, but I don't buy into. There's a lot of talk like, well, it was a comeback for Eastwood. The fact is, Eastwood's previous film, which is White Hunter Black Heart, is one of his best films.
I agree with that too.
It's a great film. And the film that after this, A Perfect World, deals with similar themes as Unforgiven, and is even a better modern day Western. So the movies that sandwich Unforgiven, to me, are even more complex than Unforgiven.
Well, no, I would give you White Hunter Black Heart. I don't know about the Rookie or Pink Cadillac, but it was considered at the time. You must remember though, like as we said, no one saw this coming. Everyone just figured this is going to be very run of the mill, and then word got out that hey, we have a really awesome film here. And I agree. I like A Perfect World a lot too. I think it's a very good movie, very underrated movie. Both movies that are sandwiched in between it are very good movies that are very underappreciated.
It does feel like a great cap for his work in that genre, and I think that added another level to it because we as an audience went in knowing that it represented that as well. But I remember my parents going to see it before I did, and my parents never went to see a movie except every summer when they vacation at the beach. They take in a movie, their only movie of the year, and so they watched Unforgiven, and they hated it because they were programmed to enjoy what you talked about, Aaron, which is Eastwood is going to go batshit, and he's going to blast away the tough guys, and that happens in the movie, and yet. The movie, there is no release.
There's no joy in it.
Yeah, because he's betrayed himself. It's a character film. And when he walks out after shooting down Bill, and he looks and sees Morgan Freeman in the upright coffin, nothing's changed. It's just death and loss. And that's the greatness of the movie, the morality of it.
That's exactly what I love about it, and
it doesn't celebrate violence at all. There's no celebration.
Yeah, that's exactly. The world needs more of those movies. But it's the cast. I love the cast, even though I feel like maybe Richard Harris is a little overboard, but Morgan Freeman and Saul Rubinek and Francis Fisher and all those character actors in there.
Gene Hackman is amazing. Gene Hackman
and of course Gene Hackman, is really one of the main reasons to love the movie. He's a great villain. It's a terrific script. I love how it begins and ends. That sort of wistful kind of panorama shot of the house in the wilderness on the prairie, at sunset, and the words that are coming up to explain the movie that you're about to see. I think that all of that stuff is incredibly moving to me. I love the score. That's Clint Eastwood's work, and I guess Lenny Niehaus as well. And I just felt like it was a movie that even with previous Clint Eastwood movies that I like. I mean, there are many of them that I like, of course. But I felt that it was a step above anything that he had ever done. And in fact, I was able to predict. I said, that's Best Picture right there. I came out of it. And actually dreamed, this is true, I actually had a dream that I was going through a print issue of Variety, obviously print, and going through it and I saw an ad for Unforgiven being nominated for 9 Oscars. Well, it ended up being nominated for 8.
The only thing missing from that would have made Unforgiven really go over the top for me, I mean, it's a great movie, but would have really put it over the top is just the appearance of Clyde. That would have done it.
Oh, yeah, Clyde. Clyde would have shown up.
If Clyde had shown up in Unforgiven,
wow.
The orangutan would have shown up.
Okay, and I will say this, too, because the previous year, I mean, Gene Hackman had been planning on starring in and directing Silence of the Lambs, but he ultimately backed out of it because he didn't like the violence. And he agreed to do Unforgiven because he liked what it had to say about violence.